Cause when you a boss, you could do what you want. Have a good name. Hold up, 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 hold up.
Hey guys, welcome back to Real Talk with It's your boy and I am back with the podcast. Now, you're probably wondering, where the hell you been at, Let me tell you something. 2022 has been a whole ass mess, but a good mess. I took last year to reflect, to get my life together, to find inner peace with myself because, let me tell you something. Life has its ways of coming at you crazy, okay? But I learned that you don't have control over life. You live day to day and you just do what you can to get by. That's not saying you can't overachieve, and it doesn't mean you work hard. You live your life to the fullest every motherfucking day. But when you have to take a break, take a motherfucking break. And that's on period. So, tonight's topic, whenever you decide to watch this podcast, we're going to talk about spending money on your college degree. Now, we're in an era where you ain't got to get a degree to make money, okay? When we were in school, back in the gap, because I've been, 10 years out of high school? Oh my God, sue me. We learned that you go to school, you finish high school, get your diploma, apply for scholarships, do your FAFSA, and go to college, get your degree, and then find a good paying job to live off of. Now, back to what I just said about not having a degree to make money. So, I'll tell you this, because again, I'm being very open about myself. I don't have a bachelor's yet. I don't. And that's because throughout my college experience, a lot of things happened, okay? But to long story short, I went to FIU, my last 2 years or whatever, and I had not been able to pass calculus, pre-calculus, okay? It was a setback because if you're a business major like I am, there's 2 classes you got to pass for sure to enable you to be a business major, which was financial accounting and managerial accounting. And then once you pass that, you got to get the maths together. And I thought I loved math. I thought I did. But math kicked my ass. And so my last semester at FIU, I was only taking the pre-calculus class, and I couldn't pass it for shit. It was my 3rd time. And at that point, I was like, I'm not getting this shit. It's not going to work. I dropped out. So I owe FIU money, and they're not letting me finish my degree until I pay their motherfucking money, which is about $1,400. And yeah, you make good money, right? Please. The fuck? Because if I did, I would have paid it off already. But again, like I said, life happens. So let's talk about these degrees we get, right? So in a point of time, you having your AA was satisfactory. By the time I got to high school, they want you to get your bachelor's degree. And okay, 4 years is not bad. Some people take 5, some people take 6, some take a break, come back, finish, whatever. And that's my intention, to go back and finish. However, we're now at a time where you need to get your master's degree to make good money. Because at this point, without your master's degree, you can get jobs. So they say. At least high-paying jobs, Fortune 500, all that bullshit. But then we learn growing up that half the time it's not what you know, it's who you know. And so we go to school, get these weird-ass degrees. Some people do business, criminal justice, nursing, become dentists, all this type of shit. But people fail to realize you can go get a trade and get the same amount of pay. Hell, you can do under the table jobs and get the same amount of pay that a master's degree person get. And so why is it that we don't get taught these things in school? And people now realize college is a fucking scam. Okay? I know plenty of people who have good paying jobs who ain't got not a piece of a damn degree. And I mean a college degree, not a high school, a college degree. And that's because of social media. Now, a lot of us are paying student loans. To this day, I'm still paying student loans from fucking Discover. I know right now the government's been calming down and not making you pay Sally Mae back, which is the government. But if you got private loans, you got to pay that shit. And if you didn't have the ability to get the Obama forgiveness loan Biden's on some bullshit, so you're not getting that right now. And so a lot of us sitting here like, was it worth it? I'm going to say this. It is. The college experience, you don't get one too many times, okay? If you start, a couple years after you graduate high school, like you go to work or you go, to the military and do whatever the fuck, you can still get that college experience. But why I say it's great to go is because you meet lifelong friends. Now I'm part of fraternity, 1135, and it didn't consume my whole life, but I met a substantial amount of great people through the fraternity, whether it's the Brotherhood or through the Sister Limited Alpha Lat Sorority Incorporated, or just other orgs in general. You meet really, really great people. And so if you just join a club or organization, or you just do your 4 years, get the fuck out of there. You get the experience, but you make the most out of it by what you do when you go to college. So is that a scam? No. Because you don't get that living your life day to day. If all you was doing is just going to work, coming home, having a regular social life, you can still survive and have a good time with your life, however the case may be, but you get more of it when, you go into probates and you go into tailgates and, you spend the time in your friend's dorm and y'all chilling and shit, just having a good time, or, you go to the frat party, or you go to a regular house party and everybody getting drunk and smoking and shit and have a good time. Like, you don't get that if you don't get the college experience, but it's still a scam. What am I talking about? I'm saying it again. What the fuck am I talking about? So, Miami. I'm going to speak only on Miami because where I live at, I can get into other places, but let's start there, okay? Miami has this thing where if you are not a party promoter, you don't do OnlyFans, or you're not a scammer, and I emphasize the fact of you're not a scammer, you're not making buku money, okay? Miami's a party city. And I tell people all the time, when you're visiting, you live lavish. You don't save your money. You are going to Club Live, and you are in Wynwood, you in Brickell. You going to Versace Mansion. You doing all type of shit. You having a great ass time for that weekend or the week or whatever, how long the fuck you be here. But once you go back the fuck home, that's back to your life. When you stay here, that's a whole different conversation, because you have to still pay rent. And rent's pretty expensive. I don't know if y'all been seeing the housing market, but a 1-1 down here is damn near almost $2,000. Okay, it's not as bad as fucking New York, but you gotta spend a motherfucking money. Okay, you gotta balance social life. If you got kids, a pet, some of us start staying with our parents, and and I swear to God, do not come at anybody for staying with their fucking parents. You're better off staying with your motherfucking mom and daddy right now than you will be having a motherfucking apartment without multiple roommates, unless your job is really fucking good. Okay, just that part before we get into that conversation. But party promoter, let's start there. I know a couple of them. Shout out to Unknown, shout out to Jonathan. Party promotion has a hack, okay? You normally join a group who is a bunch of astounding gentlemen. I'm gonna call them astounding gentlemen because I can say what I really want to say if I can do it right now. I'll get there. You go to the clubs, you get the girls come through, comp bottles, you get paid for how you become in. People spend their motherfucking money, they buying bottles here and there, whatever. If you follow my Instagram, which is my government name, go follow me, period. You would think that, bitch, that's the way to go. Okay? But you're like consumed as a party promoter. You don't really get to do other things, like a regular 9-to-5 job. So if you're not hustling and grinding, you're not making no motherfucking money. Let's get into OnlyFans. COVID did a good job of putting everybody in the motherfucking house. And when they did, what everybody did, started selling pussy and dick all over the motherfucking internet. And do not judge anybody for doing that. I had a conversation with my best friend where, this girl was on the We Miami podcast. Shout out to Ryan, by the way, the Stunt Lifestyle. If you're not following him in the We Miami podcast, that nigga gave me my first viral video on Onsite. Shout out to Onsite Raw Ali. That shit was crazy, okay? No, I ain't getting no following behind it, whatever the case may be, but I didn't want that at that moment because it's the fact that a bitch is on somebody's blog viral, okay? Period. But let's get back to OnlyFans, though. So, sex sales. Okay, sex motherfucking sells, and that's on period. Sex will always motherfucking sell. And so because everybody was not fornicating, on a regular basis like we doing now again, that we back outside, we outside. Period. What can you do at home outside of, and TikTok we're gonna get there too, than just, sitting home and not doing shit, or you just going to work? Because at that time, if you wasn't a healthcare worker or someone in the field that required emergency services, you weren't making no money because everybody became remote, right? People started selling their bodies on the internet. And shout out to Twitter, because Twitter give a fuck about nobody's shit. People started using Twitter to promote their OnlyFans, and people started doing porn and shit, and you was making motherfucking six figures in a couple of months if you did it the right way. And you were making more money than a bitch at a fucking regular 9-to-5 job with a degree. That's crazy to me. I know a couple niggas that I met in real life who has OnlyFans, and they're making $20K a month, $30K a month. You got some people making $100K a month, some people making, $10K, maybe $5K, whatever, but they're still making money that you work 80 hours in 2 weeks and you're not getting that fucking payment. Like, girl, what the fuck going on? No judgment. But what the fuck? TikTok. Let's go back to TikTok. So, excuse me. TikTok has made a lot of people money. Your average Joe makes boohoo money on TikTok because everybody was bored. And so when creators start making these dances, shout out to all the black creators who are not getting credit for the fuck they're doing, period. You got people remaking songs, people doing challenges. The girl that did the Savage dance, she's now on commercials and shit. Charli D'Amelio with your fucking stank ass, because girl, I don't like the fact that you was making money for a black creator with your basic ass dance moves. She came with a fucking household name. You got Addison Rae and Noah Beck and them white creators, because girl, white people always stealing shit. Boohoo $1 million makers and shit start getting on motherfucking red carpets and VMA invitations and shit. I said invitations. Okay, boohoo money. And TikTok has taken storm because those same creators then move their content on other platforms, and they're making money with no college degree. Okay, no college degree. Why is it that we were not put in a position as just regular human beings who weren't privy to knowing how social media works? Because a lot of times when you go social media, start doing shit and like going viral and stuff, it's for any motherfucking thing now. Like, you can go viral just for sitting there and just reading shit. A quick little 1-2 dance, ASMR shit, just run your motherfucking mouth. You making money now, so why do we have to go to school and make money? Well, go to school and be forced to pay bills that we shouldn't have to fucking do, and everybody's making motherfucking money and not doing the damn thing. Crazy. Scammers. Ooh, Lord, talk about motherfucking scammers, bitch. I do not judge anybody who scams, but in Miami, that's a big thing. People doing Cash App scams, people doing credit card fraud, people doing tax fraud. Bitch, any kind of fraud in Miami, you can fucking do it, bitch, because it's available. It's motherfucking available, bitch. That's wild too, because I'm going to work 3:11:30. These niggas over here going to people's bank accounts, swiping shit, pulling the money out. You cut somebody a piece of it if they're using somebody's credit card. People scamming in cards and shit, putting people shit on somebody else's name and using their shit, pulling money out. Bitch, find me a scammer. Period. Like, girl, what the fuck? And so, once again, why did they make it seem like college was the only way to go? People are picking up trades. People are doing DIYs at home, which is do it yourself. You don't know what that means. People are on Pinterest. People are selling shit on Amazon. People have now started making crafts. Like, I have a homegirl, shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany does badges. So if you have a work badge, the clip you put on your shirt and shit, she was doing that during COVID, making buku money. We talking about some pretty damn good designs and stuff like that. Like, people started traveling. And shout out to the nurses, by the way. So the nurses who are out here traveling the States, making $100K an hour, shout out to y'all, because it could be motherfucking me. I'm sorry. I've been in the medical field for 6 years, and ain't no motherfucker gonna become a motherfucking nurse. These hoes half of them do not like their motherfucking jobs. And be damned if your family member go in there and seeing her acting the fuck up and you don't beat they ass. Because being a worker, please. Okay? At some point, me talking about personally now, I couldn't do overtime at one point because they were not giving us hours for shit. And where I work at, girl, them hoes told us, bitch, you lucky you got a job still, because if it was up to us, we cut your motherfucking hours. That was crazy to me. Okay? But now those are the big surviving jobs at this point that are always looking for somebody to hire. And I was listening to somebody on YouTube, I believe, and they were saying now that Lovely T, shout out Lovely T. They were saying that a lot of healthcare workers are quitting. We're gonna be short of nurses soon, and bitch, they want people to be nurses now. But these kids growing up, this new era generation of kids, they will be content creators. They will be YouTube channel stars. They will go viral on social media. They don't want to actually do regular work no more. And we've gotten to that point now where that's accessible to do so. Hell, even people who are working in the offices, a lot of buildings are being shut down now because people want to work from home. They don't even want to go to the office anymore. And so there's just an abundant amount of ways to make money. So once again, why are we busting our asses in school for 4, 6, 8, possibly 10, 12 years to make a career, for us to make supposedly buku money? And you can now sit at home, become a content creator, or do OnlyFans, or do whatever the fuck you gotta do and make bank. Look at the Latinos who are out here doing construction and shit. They don't have a degree for that shit. But guess what? They want to table working and making motherfucking money for their families and shit. I bet that. Okay. I don't want to say college is a scam entirely. Like I said beforehand, you make a lot of connections in college. Okay. Especially in your field. If you make good connections with your friends who graduate and y'all go to do jobs that are going to make y'all money, and you keep relationships, you can definitely move up in the company. And especially become your own motherfucking CEO. Oh, let's talk about people LLCs now. Because again, people are at home figuring the fuck shit out. And now people got their own businesses now. LLCs, making buku money doing their own businesses. Now, the only thing with that is, and I hate to say it like this because I've done it myself now trying to become a content creator, is that your biggest allies are strangers. Because you might have people in your inbox all the time, oh, you should do this, oh, you should do that. And you start doing it and you get a motherfucking support. And that's some bullshit to me. Because how you supposed to be my friend and tell me you fuck with me and, oh, do this, I think you should do that, and I start doing it and I don't see that same support from you? Girl, what? Oh, like what you said, I don't like that. So yeah, I think the only scam that college really has, as I end this, is the fact that them student loans we gotta pay back, bitch. Okay, and how they do tuition, because you should already know this already. If you're not, a college student, you got a degree, you should know this already. But you pay less tuition in your own home state, especially in your own region, right? Let's go to a private college where everybody kind of pays the same for the most part. But then let's say you a student going out of town to go to school. You got to worry about tuition, room and board. The books is not motherfucking cheap. They didn't really stress scholarships in school and high school and stuff like that. And then they didn't really properly tell you FAFSAs half the time. So hopefully you got your mom and daddy who give a fuck about you to put that signed signature on that shit. Someone got to take out plenty of student loans, subsidized loans that you're paying off for 10, 15 years. Like, you have a whole ass car payment in a student loan bill for the most part. And that's crazy because the way that shit affects your credit is disgusting. And I'm not a credit expert. Don't ask me about all that shit, but I'm gonna say this though. The fact that it comes on your motherfucking credit report constantly is a hindrance. So when you try to get a house or you try to get a car with a low interest rate and shit like that, they see I'm student loans, like, bitch, oh shit, okay, well credit's going to school and shit, but bitch, that's cute. That's fucked up. Okay? I'm gonna say this though to all the aspiring high school students. I don't know if they're gonna listen to me. I don't know if I'm gonna get that far out there, right? Let's pray and manifest that. But if you're a high student, you come across this podcast, weigh your options out. If the military is seen the only option, go do that, bitch. They pay for the school. Go ahead. If you do want to be a content creator at the end of the high school and you graduate and stuff, make sure you put the work in. Okay? If you want to do OnlyFans, just remember they have to look at your shit. Okay? Make sure you know they're gonna look at your shit, bitch. Okay? So, if they start doing social media scrubs and shit, they're gonna see your name, ho. Just be careful. Okay? Don't scam. But if you gonna scam, don't get caught. The fuck? But, yeah. College is only a scam because all the money we pay out of pocket or in pocket or out after we graduate is disgusting. Them interest rates should not be that fucking high. Because who could fucking afford it? A lot of people right now are not paying student loans because they're like, fuck that shit. Student loans my ass. Who doing that? Not me. So, girl, do what you gotta do. But yeah, it's fucking disgusting. So with that being said, thank you guys for tuning to Real Talk with and I'll see you next time. Peace.